Good morning. I'm Marsha Norton. I'm here to talk to you about our study, Assessment of Student Attitudes and Knowledge About Older Adults. I was privileged to work with Dr. Amy Chesser, Dr. Nicole Rogers, and J.C. Green in the College of Health Professions. From the moment we are created until our very last breath, every part of our being is engaged in the process of aging. Science tells us that human beings reach their physical peak at 35 years of age. From then on, our biological clocks begin a different process of aging. Take a moment and consider, if you will, what does aging mean to you? Maybe it means change, opportunity, loss, gain. It might be any number of things. The point is that all of us have a concept about aging. The way we think and feel about aging in older people stems from the knowledge and attitudes we develop from a variety of sources. Our environment, our culture, the family we have, our experiences, all play a part in influencing how negatively or positively one views aging and older people. Our attitudes and knowledge are building blocks that we use to make decisions and express opinions. Ageism is a term used to discriminate against people or stereotype them based on age, be it young or old. In 1969, Robert Butler, a well-known researcher and advocate in the field of gerontology and psychiatry, coined the term ageism. He defined it as a process of systematic stereotyping of and discrimination against people because they are old. And that term is kind of stuck to today with older people more than younger people. When we look at aging in relation to our population, it's clear to see that the population aging is a national and global phenomenon. By 2030, older adults, defined as those 65 or older, will make up 20% of the United States population. The demand for health professionals adept at caring for the health and well-being of older adults is approaching crisis levels. In the United States, by 2050, the population of older adults is expected to be 83.7 million. That's almost double from what the Census Bureau estimated in 2012 at 43 million. 2 of every 3 older adults live with multiple ongoing medical conditions, and nearly 80% have one or more chronic illnesses. Global estimates tell us that by 2020, nurses will spend 75% of their working hours caring for older adults. The health and care of older adults has risen to the forefront of healthcare in many countries, including the United States, the UK, Canada, and Japan. The amount of knowledge health professionals possess about the health and emotional needs of older adults will be a critical component in providing an effective, caring environment. This will also affect how they experience their own aging process, which will influence how their children view aging. Research tells us that there are consequences due to a lack of knowledge and understanding of older adults, in addition to influencing whether health professionals' attitudes are negative or positive. Some of those consequences are that primary care physicians are reticent to take on the care of older adults, and they give out less information to them. Cardiologists offer a narrower range of options to older adults patients, and cancer specialists offer women with breast cancer, older women with breast cancer, less aggressive treatments than they do younger women with breast cancer. Studies indicate that attitudes, defined as a learned predisposition toward a target, object, or person, that have formed from culture and lack of exposure or knowledge, produce negative attitudes that appear to influence undergraduates against working with older adults. Some researchers have found that college students that lack knowledge or experience in relating with older adults feel higher levels of anxiety and exhibit more negative attitudes during interaction with older adults than students that possess that knowledge or experience. Study results indicate that undergraduate nursing students often react to clinical placements involving the care of older adults as unsatisfactory, unsettling, and causing the students to experience anxiety. These researchers recommend 2 ways to reduce student anxiety towards older people and decrease negative attitudes they may have. One is through education about the aging process, and the second is the experience of interacting with older adults within school curriculum. Existing studies vary, as some scholars cite a positive correlation between knowledge and ageism, whereas others do not acknowledge a relationship at all. Population aging will continue to be a national and global phenomenon for generations. Our pilot study was designed to investigate whether a relationship exists between the level of knowledge and aging and ageist attitudes, starting with the undergraduate and graduate students here at Wichita State University. It was hypothesized that students who have more knowledge regarding aging and older adults possess more positive attitudes toward older adults and would exhibit lower levels of ageism. A convenient sample was taken of students enrolled in the 2017 fall semester at Wichita State University College of Health Professions. Using a self-report survey, students reported their knowledge and opinions of older adults. Our survey used 3 scales: the Fabroni scale on ageism, Palmore Knowledge Quiz, and the demographic information that included gender, age, study program, and year and degree program. This was a pilot study to investigate whether a relationship exists between the level of knowledge and aging and ageist attitudes. This study included a cross-sectional design of prospective data collected from a compilation of the 3 report surveys to assess knowledge and opinions about older adults. Participants accessed the survey online or by paper through their course instructors, and data collection was performed using Qualtrics software. A total of 123 students completed the test survey. Students' choice of majors ranged from disciplines in health professions to disciplines in computer science, criminal justice, engineering, business, and more. Our demographic composition of the participants were primarily Caucasian at 71%. 79% of our participants were women. The age ranged from 19 to 60 years of age, and 32 was our median. The years in college ranged from less than 1 year, or less than 1% at 1 year in college, and 52.5% in year 4 of college, and 13.3% were in graduate school. The level of classroom knowledge about aging ranged from 0 level, meaning the participant had not taken any courses in aging studies, which were 24% of our participants, and 76 had had at least 1 class or more. The analysis of the self-report survey data was at a group level only. Differences in participant outcomes were assessed using independent t-test. Overall, the score of knowledge as measured by the 2 scales was low. Attitudes towards older adults were mostly positive. Correlation coefficients were computed among knowledge, ageism, major, gender, and age. Results indicated a significant negative relationship between age and ageism, implying that the older the student was, the more likely they were to report positive attitudes. This study supports the concept that knowledge about older adults can have a positive impact on their attitudes toward older adults. A larger sample size would be helpful to test the hypothesis and establish the effect size for future studies. The results of this pilot study indicate the value and need for additional research to expand existing research findings on the influence aging knowledge and interactions with older adults have on student attitudes toward older adults. A number of researchers have found implications for change within education. This pilot study shows support for that concept. Future research to examine how revising curriculum to educate students about the aging process and providing interactive opportunities with older adults within that curriculum would be helpful. These revisions would give students a more realistic opportunity to explore their attitudes about aging and older people while considering their career objectives. Other research has shown that knowledge about older adults and interaction with them creates increased positive attitudes in students and reduces ageism. This would be another avenue of research to explore. Every person will experience aging. The more that is understood about whether there is a relationship between the level of knowledge in aging and ageist attitudes, the more that can be done to reduce ageism. Here are my references, and I would like to thank the McNair Program, Dr. Amy Chesser, Dr. Nicole Rogers, and J.C. Green with the Department of Public Health Professions for the opportunity to participate in this study. It has been an invaluable experience.